I want to start off this video right here. Sean Schimmel, if you are watching this, in case anybody don't know who Sean Schimmel is, voice of Goku. Sean, if you're watching this, I know as an actor, you give it your all as a voice actor, just incredible performances. This video in particular, I'm going to be talking about Dragon Ball Super's English dub, in particular the Goku Black stuff that just aired. We got the first episode of the English dub of the Future Trunks / Goku Black arc. On top of that, I do want to mention a little bit of the highs of the Universe 6 English dub and just all around kind of revisiting this material. Now, obviously, I won't do these reviews or these videos all the time just because I already reviewed these episodes in Japanese, but it is already nostalgic to talk about. So that is kind of interesting how much of an impact the Goku Black / Zamasu arc had on the series and on the franchise as a whole. Like, it's only been about a year since the series wrapped up that arc, but to me it's already like, oh man, that classic Dragon Ball arc that I really loved. So that speaks volumes just upon returning to this material alone. So just, wanted to throw that in there to start. Now, to quickly get through the Universe 6 stuff, because I don't want to spend too much time on that, I just gotta say that Sean's performance during the Kaioken ×10 Super Saiyan Blue transformation, phenomenal. He nailed it again. Sean Schimmel, and I've said your name so many times. If you're still watching this video, or if you're watching it at all, I guess I like your name. I don't know. No, but huge fan, by the way. We've met a couple times. Will you please be my friend, Sean? No, but seriously, like, he did a phenomenal job in that performance against, Hit, Goku versus Hit. He nailed it. The screams, the passion, the voice, the tone, it's all there. And I love, because when I spoke with Sean and I asked what he takes of an approach regarding, like, going into the different transformations of Super Saiyan, obviously we've heard all the different voices throughout the years, but you always got to kind of wonder, when it gets to this point, how many more different tones can he take? And I'm kind of curious what he did with this one, because from what he said with the Super Saiyan God transformation, the very first one from Battle of Gods, it was a more natural, being aware of being a god type of vocal, inflection, which whatever that means to some people. I kind of understand what he's going with it, just very natural, not cocky, but cocky sounding at the same time. I get what he was trying to say in regards to that voice. With this one, it was just kind of like, it felt raw. It felt like, yeah, the stakes weren't incredibly high in a sense, other than, oh, we'll be in a different universe and Beerus won't be able to get this delicious food anymore, but who really gives a fuck about that? I think the biggest thing about this was just that Goku's passion was on the line. He loves to fight. He wants to be able to defeat stronger, bigger, faster opponents, and Hit right there was it. And I definitely think they, again, nailed it. I love seeing this on TV in general. So the Universe 6 arc as a whole, all the performances pretty freaking solid. It really wasn't anything that I was too, like, iffy about. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Matt Mercer plays Hit. If I am, I'm totally sorry, but I do think Matt Mercer plays Hit, and Matt Mercer is the shit. If it's not, my bad, but I think I remember he's the voice of Hit. I should have looked that up. I suck. But now, again, moving on to the Goku Black arc, it was very somber for me, being honest with you, watching certain aspects of this, and I ain't gonna lie, I even felt a little bit uncomfortable watching certain aspects of this episode, just because the voice actress for Bulma, the Japanese voice actress, which I've become quite accustomed to listening to the Japanese version of Dragon Ball throughout the years with Super, when I really started watching it in Japanese and reviewing, all those Japanese episodes, even Raw and shit like that, I really got into, the Japanese version. So watching this episode and hearing future Bulma, even though it's in the English one, it just kind of reminds me of the situation, and it's saddening, and at the same time, it's like, what's happening in the episode just makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable. That's how I truly felt, giving you my experience, not only critiquing, performances and everything above. My experience, I felt uncomfortable watching this because of the real life events that recently occurred with the tragic passing of the voice actress of Bulma. However, the performance for the English voice actress, she definitely did a pretty damn good job. I will say, because one of the things that I've seen a lot of people talking about is, and the whole title of this video, which I've deviated about 5 minutes now before I got to the point. ForneverWorld, get to the fucking point, you piece of worthless shit. You're ruining my life with your anime videos. But the big buzz is about Goku Black himself and Sean Schimmel's voice that he did for the episode, because there was a lot of controversy when the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 video game came out and we heard Goku Black's English voice. A lot of complaints, which again, I'm just voicing everything that I heard on the internet. I'm not saying how I felt about it, because personally I was like, whatever. It's like, it's Sean Schimmel, he's Goku, he's gonna be Goku Black, whatever Sean enjoys, as long as it's not him doing some weird fucking elephant sounds or some shit, I think I'll be fine with it, you know what I'm saying? So I was totally fine with it. However, there was a lot of backlash and criticism of Goku Black's initial voice because it sounded really rough and angry, and a lot of people said that Goku Black was supposed to sound very calm and sinister, so it was a little bit of a disconnect there with what the fans expected and what Sean Schimmel delivered. And then when we got the Rose voice, it sounded better, but all of a sudden he had what a lot of people said was a British accent, and a lot of people were like, how is it even possible? Now, a couple theories that I had, which I really didn't pay close attention, to be honest with you, to which I don't even think he appeared in this episode now that I think about it. Zamos. I don't think Zamos was in this episode, and I'm not sure exactly. I can't remember from Xenoverse 2 what Zamos sounded like, but I wouldn't be surprised if the whole reason why he did that is because maybe Zamos' voice has some sort of British accent to it, so once it's already, cat's out the bag, so to speak, Goku Black changes his voice to sound more posh because he's like natural now, acting like his real self. He's not just in this, oh, I'm gonna creep people out, I'm Goku Black type of deal. Also, it could be that just Sean was doing different things, because with the video games, as Chris Sabat said on Twitter not that long ago, the video games is a whole different experience than the actual anime. In the video games, they, tend to take liberties and they do different things. So Goku Black's DLC voice for, the regular Goku Black, and then the Goku Black Super Saiyan Rose or whatever the heck you want to call it, it's gonna be different potentially, or could be different potentially, from what we get with the TV broadcast anime English dub version of it. And it was the voice. Everybody was like, one thing they said is they enjoyed what Sean did. I personally don't say that it's better or an improvement, just different. That's just my opinion. He tried something different with this performance opposed to what he did in Xenoverse 2, which I don't know if Sean purposely does that between the video games and the TV anime, slightly does something different, or he just had a change in direction. I don't know what the reason was, but I liked it. Now, the one thing that people did complain about wasn't Sean's part, but the script writing. A lot of people claim that what they felt with the Japanese version when Goku Black was delivering his lines was very sinister. The lines themselves, not the voice acting. Again, Sean, he nailed it. His voice was great. But in the English version, the English script that Sean was, acting out, so to speak, was essentially kind of like feeling a bit, not watered down, but straight to the point. Hey, I'm evil, I'm twirling my mustache, opposed to it was just really creepy and kind of awkward and weird with how they did it in the Japanese version. So that was a criticism there. Personally, I didn't see that. I'm just being honest with you. I just was like, oh, it doesn't sound as gravelly as the Xenoverse version. Hey, I like it. Hey, it's Goku Black, let's go, baby, I'm excited. So I didn't really personally pick up on that, but a lot of people said that they felt that his lines were just not as menacing in the English dub as it was in the Japanese version. And honestly, with all that being said, I have to say, Dragon Ball Super, based off the first episode of the Goku Black arc in English dub, 1, I get to relive this material. 2, I've always been the type, even when I got hardcore into the Japanese version of Dragon Ball, when it comes to Dragon Ball, I am 100% mainly English dub over sub. Other anime, it's a case-by-case situation. Like, hey, Yu Yu Hakusho, I go dub all the way, but I'm deviating again, damn it. Dragon Ball, I go English dub all the way, although I do really, really love the Japanese version. Masako Nozawa is, that's everybody's grandma, okay? That's everybody's mom. That's everybody's like, you love Masako Nozawa, bro, stop it. And if you disrespect her, I'm choking you out. So yeah, phenomenal performances from all across the board. I know I mainly talked about Goku or Sean Schimmel and his Goku Black voice, whatever, but again, that's a lot of what people were talking about and a lot of what I kind of wanted to say, because that's a big deal of this arc. Aside from that, quickly to touch up on Trunks, I will say between Goku Black and Trunks with the English dub, if anything, Goku Black's voice was totally fine for me. I had a little bit more of a problem with Trunks' voice, and this is dating back to, I want to say Dragon Ball Kai, from the start of when he was introduced. Eric Vale's performance and take on the character now, I'm not a fan of the graveliness that he uses on it. Trunks just sounds so fucking mad, and don't get me wrong, he should be mad, but it just is a whole different vibe, even from the first Trunks, or the first time Eric Vale played Trunks back in the day. Now obviously it's been many years, I don't expect him to sound or play him the same all these years later, now that he's, you know, acquired more experience and he's better. I just don't like how Trunks sounds now. I think he sounds way too deep and gravelly. I think he needs to lighten up a bit, not make Trunks sound like he's getting a fucking coffee mug shoved up his ass every 5 minutes. Like, ugh. And I can't believe my criticism of Eric Vale's performance. I'm sorry, Eric, okay? I apologize. But with all that being said, again, phenomenal work on Dragon Ball Super's English dub, just everybody all across the board. Even the changes we've gotten, again, have been okay for me. The English dub of Trunks has been totally fine, blends in, and we haven't really seen too much of the character all like that recently. So, again, I'm fine with it, and go watch Dragon Ball Super's Goku Black Arc English dub on Toonami if you don't have Toonami. As of right now, I do know all the way up to the Universe 6 tournament is available on Funimation now in English dub, and I believe they are going to be adding, if they haven't already, the Goku Black English dub episodes after they air. Link in the description below. You can get a free 14-day trial and all cool shit to sign up at Funimation now and watch all these episodes wherever the hell you got Funimation now on. But that is all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day.